Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Richie from Boston. It's the 12th. It's October. It's the year 2020. And I'm sure everyone has heard this, but if you haven't, you're going to hear it again. So listen to this. This is one of the directors from the World Health Organization.
I want to say it again. We in the World Health Organization do not advocate lockdowns as a primary means of control of this virus. The only time we believe a lockdown is justified is to buy you time to reorganize, regroup, rebalance your resources, protect your health workers who are exhausted. But by and large, we'd rather not do it. Just look at what's happened to the tourism industry, for example, in the Caribbean or in the Pacific, because people aren't taking their holidays. Looks what's happened to smallholder farmers all over the world because their markets have got dented. Look what's happening to poverty levels. It seems that we may well have a doubling of world poverty by next year. We may well have at least a doubling of child malnutrition because children are not getting meals at school and their parents in poor families are not able to afford it. This is a terrible, ghastly global catastrophe, actually. And so we really do appeal to all world leaders. Stop using lockdown as your primary control method. Develop better systems for doing it. Work together and learn from each other. But remember, lockdowns just have one consequence that you must never, ever belittle, and that is making poor people an awful lot poorer.
Well, then there you go. The World Health Organization ended for the call of lockdowns. And yet, that is what we call the application of cognitive dissonance. What the hell did I just say at this early in the morning? A friend of mine woke me up at 6 o'clock in the morning, 6 a.m. So here I am at 7:30 a.m. But what is he talking about? That's a good thing, right?
Cognitive dissonance refers to a situation involving conflicting attitudes.
Exactly. It refers to conflicting attitudes, meaning they tell you one thing and then do the exact opposite. Or they tell you one thing and then they tell you the exact opposite. So if this young fella is calling for the end of lockdowns, what that basically means is they plan on doing another lockdown. And we already kind of knew that. You see what I'm saying? The best part about this is let's go back to the Center for Disease Control's 2019 novel coronavirus real-time RT-PCR diagnostic panel report. And let's go down to page 39. One of my subscribers sent this. Let's go down to page 39 and read what it has to say. Straight from the horse's mouth, okay? Page 38, page 39. Let's take a look at the performance characteristics or the analytic performance of the coronavirus testing. LOD studies determine the lowest detectable concentration of 2019 NC novel coronavirus, which are approximately 95% of all true positive replicates test positive. The LOD was determined by limiting dilution studies using characterized samples. The analytic sensitivity of the RT-PCR assays contained in the CDC 2019 novel coronavirus, blah, blah, blah. Real-time diagnostic panels were determined in limit of detection studies. Since no quantified virus isolates of the 2019 coronavirus are currently available, assays designed for the detection of the 2019 novel coronavirus were tested with characterized stocks of in vitro transcribed full-length RNA and gene GenBank blah 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 of known titer spiked into a dilution consisting of a suspension of blah 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 blah. I'll leave you a link for that so you can read for yourself. They've never isolated this. So how in the hell are you saying that you can't have a lockdown for a virus that they haven't even isolated? So how are they going to produce a vaccine for everybody for a virus that hasn't been isolated still to this day? Period. That's the CDC. That's not what I think. It's not what you think. It's not what anyone thinks. It's what the quote unquote medical science says. Period. Do you see what I'm saying? Now, for this one, everybody keeps sending me links and everyone keeps sending me videos. Don't send me YouTube videos. And please stop sending me the stupid, half-assed, hypochondriac, ridiculous bullshit about Chinese troops are in Canada getting ready to kill. Dude, it doesn't work like that. Marfugel and Hal Turner News, I'm not listening to either one of those because they're the same ones that are saying meteors are coming any day now. Meteors don't come because meteors can't come. Okay? It's bad information. It's made to get live chat donations made, etc. We got more important things to worry about than China in Canada getting ready to come over the border. First of all, militarily speaking, coming out of the top northwest of Canada would suck. You know what I mean? It's a terrible entry point, period. And we've still got communication with everyone in Canada. I've got thousands of subscribers I hear from in Canada. There's nothing going on, all right? That's just YouTube channels doing fear porn for real. Let's stick with things that are real, like this. Do you see what I'm saying? So there's that. Don't send me YouTube links to other channels ever, or you're going to end up in spam. I don't have time for it, and I don't want to hear it. If I don't get it from my own sources, it's not going on YouTube, period. You see this? Fratelli Tutti. Pope sets out vision for New World Order post-COVID beyond nationalism and capitalism from October 4th. Everybody's saying, Richie, can you believe this? Look at this. The Pope's calling for a New World Order. Well, yeah. He's doing his part. He's doing his end. He's a Jesuit, which means he's a fake Christian. He's a Jew pretending to be a Christian, i.e., a Jesuit. That's how that works. At any rate, this is the Pope calling for a New World Order in 2004. This is the Pope calling for a New World Order in 2000, I believe. Oh, that's 2020. My bad. And here's the Pope calling for a New World Order again in April. April, November, now. That's his job. That's what he does. He calls for a New World Order. That's what this entire thing is, because it certainly isn't about a virus pandemic that's taking over the world and killing people and everyone's dying. We don't know what to do. This entire thing is Agenda 21. Everyone keeps calling it Agenda 2030, like skipping Agenda 21, because we're less than 2.5 months away from the year 2021. That's why they're doing this now. I love how people skip over to 2030. Stop drinking, smoking, or mainlining the hopium. Pay attention to what's right in front of us. This is all happening in 2020 because of a thing called Agenda 21, which would be in 2.5 months. Do you see the progression? They're saying New World Order now more than I am. So pay attention.
Life can go on as it is. But at the moment, what I'm seeing as Health Minister is a level of apathy, a level of complacency. I understand that, but I'm not happy about it. I'd also say this, the other area of danger is the place that we would normally consider to be the safest place on earth, our homes. You've already heard today that one of, or a number of the people who've actually now got the virus, got it in a home situation. And we'll hear more detail about that in due course. But it is both a safe place and a dangerous place. We must treat this new world order, this new world of COVID, we must treat this new world of COVID, even in our own homes, with a high level of care and caution. Can I ask all...
A Freudian slip, or is he just letting you know? Why in the world will the health minister have the word New World Order in his head while he's reading a speech about COVID? And I find it strange that the World Health Organization is advocating against lockdowns while the health minister of Australia is telling you you're not even safe at home. So you can't lock down, you can't lock out, we'll have to take you to a camp for your own safety, someplace sterile and away from this vicious virus that's killing absolutely everybody. Do you see what I'm saying? Do you see the dialectic here? Do you see what they're doing?
It is I, your cute and adorable pal Grover, with a message for listeners of the Great Reset. Well, you are in luck because I know a thing or two about resetting.
Okay, I'm going to spare you from that ridiculousness, but understand this. The Great Reset, resetting the dollar, resetting the world, resetting boundaries of countries, etc., making the entire world into one country under the supervision of the UN. The World Economic Forum is pushing this so hard that they're actually going after the children, which is what they do every time. They have literally gone on the Muppet Show to talk about the Great Reset. How crazy is that? That's what this is. Take the word the Great Reset and replace it with the New World Order, because that's what they did, and that's what they're doing. Straight up. This is not going to stop, and now suddenly and magically they're going after the dollar again, because according to Bloomberg, a dollar bill can hold on to the coronavirus for up to 4 weeks. The coronavirus, have you heard of that? Yeah, it's right here on, here, take a look at this. It's right here on the CDC's website. It's such an elusive disease that it's such an elusive virus, they've never actually isolated it. Ever. To this day. Still. And yet somehow soon, your president or Biden or one of these people is going to present this to you. How are they going to make a vaccine from something that's never been isolated? How was the president cured from a virus that's never been isolated or proven to exist? How did they make a medicine for him? How did they get the antibodies for the drugs that allegedly cured him in record time of this killer, this deadly disease, as the health minister called it? How did they get antibodies from something that's never been isolated? It's all a lie. This is Agenda 21, which means no more United States, no more currency, no more freedom, no more nothing. Nothing. All of them. When the Pope steps up again and reiterates we need a new world order, that's pretty much the last piece. So things are going to start getting hectic and the weather is changing. The days are getting shorter. The darkest winter was promised, and I'm sure they'll try to deliver. It's just up to us whether we let them or not. Richie from Boston. It's early, and I'm out.